We're going to turn now to the FBI, who's investigating a cyber attack against another Democratic group. This time, it was the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee that was targeted. Of course, this follows a similar intrusion at the Democratic National Committee that led to the ousting of DNC chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz. The DCCC, meanwhile, which is a campaign arm for the House Democrats, released a statement on this latest hack. It reads in part, "The DCCC can confirm that we have been the target of a cybersecurity incident. The investigation is ongoing based on the information that we have to date. We've been advised by investigators that this is similar to other recent incidents, including the DNC breach." CBS News Justice reporter Paula Reid is in Washington tracking this now. Paula, what's the latest?
Rena, this is the second high-profile hack of a Democratic political organization in just the last week. Of course, this heightens concerns that foreign hackers, specifically those hacking perhaps on behalf of Russia, trying to steal information to then meddle in the U.S. election. Now, the FBI and the Department of Justice have not directly attributed either the DNC or the DCCC hack to Russia, but a private investigative firm that was hired to investigate the DNC hack did say that there were certainly indicators that the people who perpetrated that hack were working on behalf of Russia. However, that is a claim that the Kremlin has so far denied.
Paula, what exactly was stolen?
In the DCCC hack, we're not sure specifically what data was actually taken by these hackers. What was most at risk was personally identifying information about donors. That would be addresses, potentially credit card information, even social security numbers, perhaps. But at this point, it is not clear specifically what was taken in this hack or how it could be used.
So, Paula, where does the investigation go from here?
Well, this is not new. In previous elections, campaigns have certainly been the targets of hacking. In this case, in this election cycle, the campaigns were worried that they would be targets. They were warned, you will be targeted. As cyber experts I speak with often say, there's two types of organizations: those who know they've been hacked and those who just don't know they've been hacked. So, Rena, this is nothing new for the Department of Justice to have to investigate. They're looking for fingerprints. They're looking for markers. They're looking for some way that they can unequivocally attribute this to any foreign hacker organization or even a domestic hacking organization if they get new information. But it's obviously very delicate to attribute a cyber attack, particularly one that influences U.S. elections, to foreign actors. In a similar case, 5 individuals were indicted for hacking on behalf of China, and that was a very sensitive case. They came out, they publicly indicted them, and Rita, they were able to identify those people not just as general hackers, they were able to release pictures of those hackers and their names. That's how specific they're going to need to be before the Department of Justice and FBI can publicly attribute this to Russia. However, I will note those 5 hackers who were indicted have never been extradited to the United States and have never faced trial. It's very difficult if you can attribute a hack to a foreign state actor to actually bring them here to justice, because if you're working for your country, it's very unlikely they're going to extradite you to the U.S.
Good point. Paula Reid in Washington. Thanks, Paula.